who like who type situation playing out also. So there's a classroom where all kids go out and build up their house all the way up until they go college, and there's a period that all the way through grade school to 12 and college, females go out and make the stuff to clean the house and stuff like that. And boom, just that shit like that. That ain't a school. We in some other shit.
Yeah, I feel like that'll be more efficient because people now putting off marriage until after college and shit, and then they get out here in this workforce and everybody disappeared. There ain't
Right.
nobody your age where you work at, and you could have got married at the high school and been on to the next chapter in life. But we
Right.
saying a lot. We saying that a lot, especially in the free man society, because our women are the most unmarried women. So
That's
they'll
what we
take
did with our longhouses and mounds and shit like that. Everywhere had teepees was after we was already colonized, even in the Great Plains and shit. They had the same things. And here's the thing: when white man was coming over later, like the Italians, they seen them already being in teepees and stuff. But here's the thing, right? It's the same. This is the same quality we already had. So you having a place to stay is a no-brainer. It doesn't become a thing when you become 18. You're stressed out about. That's already there for you, like a college degree. So for the most part, it's like we already raising each other up. So the kids is already built and stuff. So that's going to be your extension of your longhouse and our band and our little fort that we make. So by the time you get ready to be 18, you leave mama and papa goddamn longhouse and you in the next door longhouse now. And you get your wife and stuff like that. But you didn't build that up with your the little young tribe. Y'all all did that in this school. That's added with our school and our language. We got a language too and shit like that. And letters and everything.
Hey, have you ever been to Dominican Republic? Because one of the young ladies that I met over there, she was building her house like right after college. She was getting like whatever she get. She had like $500. She'll buy some cinder blocks, build a foundation, and everything. I was like, damn, they really building houses out here from scratch.
Yeah,
That they got a
that's what I'm
totally
saying.
different mindset.
We in new age right now. White man should be helping us so we can look at white man like the big homie, not downing us. White man should be teaching us all these type of machineries, construction, so we can help white man with the way we was doing our stone buildery. AKA we using this new technology and white man using our mind, and we got this new Aztec type of shit with the bulldozers and shit like that. Like so in school, there's already how it used to be a longhouse there for the kid once they become an adult, right? There's already some new Jetson building there that we building. Just like how China doing right now. They got something in school where it's important for you to learn a STEM. But that to me, that's lower class. STEM could have been way evolved than creating Pee Wee Herman pervert shit we doing right now.
Yeah, China is super advanced. China is kicking our ass right now, especially in the STEM.
Because they got a culture.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if they Japan or whatever like that, they're Asian. So when they're going to each other's school, none of them is in some liberation or this ain't my shit. When they all in a one school, and then let's say they have a prayer ceremony or something like that. That ain't even a second question. They don't never have to have a news channel about racial tension and stuff, even if they are mixed and people coming over there. Even if you another ethnicity, when you go over there, you ain't got no choice but to just shut up or just learn their culture if you going to school over there and stuff like that. We don't have that in America, but we used to if they had a Native American running.
Yeah, if you speak another language over there, they'll ignore your ass.
For an example, school is colonized over here, so you're gonna learn English and Spanish, or you're just gonna learn white man ways. But the same problem that they're having over here ain't a problem when they're teaching the same shit if they're in Europe or Australia. They could talk about generals all they want and stuff like that. And all the kids, no matter if they're Russian, no matter, and they move to the other part of Australia, that'll never be a thing that arises. That have to be a news channel or something like that because it's normal. Same way everywhere else in India. So it's only like that in America because America is being ran like a corporation.
Yeah, the corporation
Instead of a culture. That's why I'm saying it can still be the culture. I mean, it can still be the corporation. Just allow the culture to be it.
The corporations are setting the policies, though. So when we think we have any kind of representation, really, whatever companies you buying into, that's your representation. So whatever they say,
Here's the
don't
thing.
go.
See, that's a lot though. When it comes to the corporation, this was the white man trick. This is why it don't matter wherever you go in the world, white man own it. So it ain't really what I just said, how it's just all those other continents got down with the get down and we didn't, so we got crippled. But really, in all actuality, everything that we're talking about as far as whoever gonna become a celebrity or become in the industry, this is the whole white man game of how they run the whole world. Where you in?
Oh, I think I dropped out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I agree with that, man. But I
See,
was
UN need evil. Like everybody, these people need evil. Without evil, it it has to be a problem. Anything that got something to do with peace behind it, it got to be a problem.
I'm just tired of the $8 eggs and shit, man. I just need my own little plot of land where I can just drop me some squash and some corn and some chickens and just have my own damn eggs and get my eggs for cheap and just stay the fuck out of these stores.
We just gotta get into that shit or take over a store and have other people running it, shit like that. But I mean, that's just playing the money game. Things ain't about money. Things is about creating a product, and then that's how we could develop money in the first place. We're in a stage where there's no manufacturing for a product, so everything is consumer because we're on somebody else's culture who ain't creative, and they want everybody to do their ways, but they don't understand it's self-reflecting. We have to allow some creativity to flourish for anything to even be colonized. If it ain't no creativity, there is nothing to argue about. So any argument is made up.
And that's why I think social media and all this other stuff is probably how you're gonna have to play the game to even get the capital built up. Because if you build up a following, you have this person pitching in five, this person pitching in 10, then you can go back, make something in the community, and then say, hey, since all y'all pitched in, y'all now parts owner of
Let
this
me
what
let
we
me
got
let
going on.
me you say everybody need to pitch in. All right,
Yeah,
that's the money game. Now, money ain't a problem. It ain't what we do, it's how we do it. That's why money is the root of all evil, depending on who's wielding it.
but they
The
follow
word ain't the issue. So let me ask you a question, right? Let's say we play this money game. Who is the money going in the hands to?
it's gonna go in the hands of the creator. So if you the creator and you bringing all these people together and they forming around your idea and you telling them what you gonna do with the money, then not that it's a money game, but you gonna do something real positive with the money. Like, hey, I'm finna have this chicken coop and it's gonna be on
Now
X.
let's say I'm taking this money to make a lodge first, like a church or something like that.
Yeah,
Who is that money going in the hands to? Going in the hands of?
it's gonna go to the creator, the one with the idea.
Well, I'm the one that's saying I'm about to build a church or whatever like that, and I'm about to get I got the money already, and I'm gonna get the money, or I'm gonna get it, or I got it, and then let's say I'm about to go get it. So, but we're playing a money game already. When I go get the church, it ain't just gonna poof out of thin air, and I'm telling people we can build it, but in the way we talking right now, all of that is out the window because we playing the money game, right? So, who is the money going in the hands of when I have to go get this school?
Initially, it'll be in your hand, but yeah, it's gonna
No,
go
the
into
money
a
already in
bank.
my hands, but I got to go get the school. I got the
Yeah,
money because that's what they making us do. Blood, sweat, and tears. I'm about to get my blood, sweat, and tears to do whatever I got to do. Boom, I got the money. I'm about to go get the school because you put us in the money game. Who is that money going in the hands of?
it is eventually gonna go to the bank, but you already got.
I'm not in it. I'm not on it then because it ain't got nothing to do with my legacy. It's somebody else's legacy. And then the moment I'm speaking or doing something that it could be words that ain't got nothing to do with somebody else, that ain't even got nothing to do with my land, it's going to become an unnecessary problem for no apparent reason. Just for me to stop doing what I'm doing and somebody to go ahead and copy what I'm doing. And then if I try to do what they doing, ain't no creativity in it. That's always where it's going to lead. So that's why I said it's the money game. We could do money. It can't be done that way because I'm not gonna be able to have anything for my legacy because I'm giving away my time right now that I could have well oil run. They already been doing a psyop for me for 10 years and shit like that. I'm already don't give a fuck about shit. I'm already in the comfort zone. So for the most part, it's like giving my blood, sweat, and tears and time for shit that don't even mean nothing.
Well, we can do it a different way. We can do the bartering system, barter and trade. So we're gonna need tradesmen, people who could do electricity, people who can run plumbing, people who can build. And you got to get with them, and then whatever you eventually produce, y'all barter together, and then how you feel about that? Just having a barter system to build out what eventually will be positive for the entire community. Okay, we're gonna all build this together, and then we're gonna have this church, we're gonna have this mound. Now I'm gonna be able to do X amount of services now for everybody, and this gonna leave a legacy.
Well, I ain't about leaving a legacy. For my legacy, for somebody to have come back and have something to participate in and have common sense. But we already doing that right now. It ain't what we doing, it's how we doing it. How we doing what we doing right now. It ain't even if we even build anything. Get rid of some of these people who preaching in these churches that Jesus Christ shit. Get them the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Put a content creator in one of these motherfuckers and some shit like that. It could be something simple as that. How is these preachers getting this money?
Yeah, but that's it.
Hans Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen. It's like the system itself is to get rid of Native Americans. So it's like I don't even know how just I think people just have to do it on their own and don't participate in somebody else's system at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless we just get ready to create the same thing, but with a culture. So I could bring a culture. I can't just be doing some shit just for no reason though. That's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm out here being used for nothing.
But not you doing it. I'm just saying, like, if a creator wanted to do that, like, if I take on the burden to be like, man,
Nobody else will do it but me or somebody else or Native American or some free man that got some damn intelligence or some goddamn shit. But other than that, shit, that's about is we the people. Ain't about to be no spooky shit that come out the sky and shit like that. We see that right now. There's a whole bunch of people being thrown at us in the world that they can't do nothing unless they're copying a content creator. So obviously they can't create content. The end. Content means morals, atmosphere, environment, culture, everything. Or it will be no way of me buying Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
yeah. So we really need to put more capital, put more money and resources in the hands of freed men and Native Americans, because there was this one guy, he played in the NFL. I think he made a total of maybe 50 million total out of his whole NFL career. He went back to the community. He had gardens and all types of stuff. He got a whole farm now, and he give out like half his first crop. He get a first crop of everything out, and this is a large farm, and this is just one free man. If you can't tell me that we got all these white billionaires, ain't none of them thought to give no free shit out. Not one of them.
Right.
One of them made no.
I think everything should be backed and supported by culture. Like I think the problem is we're over and exaggerating, and it's the wrong people. Even let's make this example: how we got the wrong people in church. It's like that everywhere. If we know everybody has stopped going to the movies, and movies only like an hour and 15 minutes. People could be on live streams for 2 hours in this entertainment and shit like that. So let's replace some of these skating rings and things. Would you imagine me replacing somebody who's running a city skating ring? And then the same way I'm bringing attention on live is the same reason why everybody would want to go to that skating ring. If whoever want to play the money game, they can continue to make money. Only that money is going in their pocket the same way celebrities be bringing everybody to a city and all these hotels making money and shit like that. Whoever gonna own the property of whatever skating ring that I run, or just like how we make an example, who gonna be in churches, whatever the case may be, we're connecting to technology world with real life. So the same way people could be watched, we're doing it in God's way because they know it's peace. People online is even making game bakers stop being game bakers and shit. So they know not to even pop up on nobody and bring your game mess to this wherever this function that you want to skate around and be online and be on some shit too and wear some damn peace. Boom, skating ring, get more money. Then I could be in all kind of other shit. Everybody gonna want to start doing shit again and popping up in real life again, and it still be online. Monetization boom in numbers. People wanting to do stuff and be in their own mind, and it'd be better positive energies, boom more, and connecting in real life is the reason why these things pop in the first place. So all of that work as a good synchronized communion in some way, shape, or form. People exercising again and still being online.
Yeah, get away from all this online shit. Well, you can have it simultaneously, but you still need brick and mortar businesses. You still need a physical location where people can meet up, congregate, and spread. Literally just spread positivity.
All spiritual people go wake up right now, all realtors, and we can start small. Meet up in a certain location in the city and then start talking, discussing what we're gonna do with the men and the women and build a fort out of that, or that'll be the first church, and then we extend from that. And shit, then that become the first little, and that's if we want to make a little city or something like that. We don't make a little city. We got this online right now. The way we doing it online, and we make a holiday where we meet up every other week or every other month. And it's that same thing, or whatever the case may be. And it'd be little communionships and things that we do, like how we do when people go on vacation and go on resorts. We do that right here in America and turn the skating ring into that or something like that, or turn a little park into that or something like that. Same way how the Native Americans do it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of free man that's on board with that. But it's like
So,
a
yep.
cross culture. Some people want to be free man, but they also want to dabble in the black culture as well. And you can't dabble in both because they like water and oil. They don't mix together well.
Think about it. If we had a culture, right? We doing the same thing, and it ain't what we do, is how we do it. It got peaceful and energies behind it. Instead of everybody outside protesting, everybody outside doing a ceremony, because we all into the same type of thing. So I would even present my language in certain words that we all come together even for stuff like that. And it can even be in English as long as we saying the same things and stuff like that. But we got to build some type of culture together, and not the synthetic Obama version of it. Even if Obama could speak real good, if he could speak better and get into a little bit of my sentiment, that, and not even just Obama, I'm just using that as an example. But you see that those the seeds that you could tell whoever at a round table thought about what I'm talking about, just might not know how to do it and shit like that. And then somehow, but I think specifically prefer Native American. But for the most part, shit like that. And then we all come up with one culture. So it don't matter the ethnicity. No one got to feel like somebody stepping on each other's toes, even if we all sharing each other's, and we all up under each other's roof in schools and all up each other's roofs in jail cells and stuff like that. We got a crazy jail kind of concept, even in California, where outside y'all was in similar gangs. You go in jail, everybody go to their own race and practice some other type shit and beat each other up. Now all that shit got to go.
Yeah, that's crazy. They get real primitive in jail. Like, oh shit, we gonna distinguish people between ethnicities when y'all was on the exact same damn street outside. Now y'all just want to be in a different gang just because the dynamics that shift in the prison. That shit.
Yeah, Christianity ain't gonna cut it. Muslim ain't gonna cut it. None of that. We on America. So it ain't gonna never work unless you're gonna be in Europe or something like that, or Palestine or something like that. You need Native American spiritual system to the point that they wouldn't even need no foreigners to be in these jail cells trying to wake people up with just some other type of college psyop or something like that. You need Native Americans to wake somebody up and get them out of some bullshit. A Native American could say some shit to have a person look at even the gun that they got. Like, what is the even point of having this? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I'm already doing that online right now. Yeah. I've been doing that for the past 10 years.
The reason
it would be no such thing as game bangers doing no podcast without me.
And even outside of that, another reason that you can't do that in America is because it's a group of people that don't even want to mix with nobody, and that's the Jews. They don't want to mix with nobody. They don't even want to do business with nobody. They don't even want to share a congregation with nobody. I seen one little incident online where this lady in Florida, she tried to go into one of the Jewish synagogues, and she was probably Pakistani or something like that. They called the police on her immediately.
Damn.
She don't belong here.
See, that's why I feel like we in a new age. That's why I always say, man, we got phones now. We could call somebody from another country. So I feel like don't nobody should even be protesting right now. We got online. Online is the new round table. The way how they used to do it in the age of Alexandria, the little pictures, the round table. I like to look at it like that. I see online being that way. I see online being a new round table. I see what we're doing right now as a form of a round table concept and things of that nature. So we don't even gotta. We already in a new age where war should even be behind us, and we all in a mental war. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. So it shouldn't even be looked at as war in some kind of concept, because we're in an age where we start to see we're supposed to think greater than animals already. So we need to participate more in that energy. But we already doing it anyway. We in a new shift. It ain't what we do, is how we do it. I'm trying to separate everybody from doing it the demon way. But for the most part, yeah, we already had a round table. Everybody can speak. I can get online right now, hear somebody in Africa, hear somebody in Asia, shit like that, their sentiment, and set aside the same people if they talking about something else. If they in a psyop game, or if they want to talk about war, and go into, this Asian man talking about what rocks he found in the wood, or what rocks, gems and stuff, and how they do and how they don't sweat. Oh, this person over here in Africa talking about that. Oh, that's dope. Then this is what I feel like that I'm supposed to do. When I'm here in Central C, I'm like, all right, boom, that's Europe. So if I barely can understand what he's saying, that's his tongue or whatever like that. I'm that representation of America. When you hear me and my type of beats and my type of tongue, even when I'm sliding in the little pieces that we're using with English that they plagiarize from us, he's still supposed to sound like that when he here in America. It should be no foreigner like Kendrick Lamar or Drake, a representation of American music. That's why I washed them all away. And every time I see I'm being blocked in that area, it's for the reasons that the Pilgrims made it when they came over here. I have nothing else to point it to.
Yep. And we can. And another thing with the roundtable is earlier this year when they had banned TikTok, it was a group of people who had went on the Chinese version of it. I think it's called Red Line or Red Line or Red Dot, something like that. And they were translating what the Chinese people were saying. They infiltrated they social media and shit, and the Chinese people were spreading ideas to them. Man, TikTok was back online the next Monday. They ain't want that cross pollination of ideas and stuff like that. They was waking people up. Them Chinese people, they was waking them white American girls up.
Right.
They're
That's what
like,
I'm
y'all
saying.
online dancing and shit. Y'all could do this and do this and that. And y'all politicians I have to respect. Man, they was waking them goddamn TikTokers up. And they
Right.
and they put
Now
TikTok
English is
back
just like
online.
money. I say English is like the metaphysical version of money. The English ain't the problem, it's how we using it. English could stay here and still be a universal language and things of that nature, but I think everybody should still allow. So how they allowing everybody else, they should go ahead and let that be in America or something. They ain't got to support it or whatever like that, but they don't have to block it. Same way how they like blocking me. Let that breathe and stuff like that, because people gonna be attracted to that anyway. And adding to it is like a hater energy, aka when a hater is hating somebody, you just make other people more interested. Like, what was making somebody hate this so much? I don't see. It did not make people interested. I think just the way we go to Asia and they representate like Asia. That's Asian language. White man should understand that. Make that clear. America, Native American language.
And when I have been in like international airports, they always have everything in English, Chinese, and Arabic, if I'm not mistaken. And if you know Arabic, you can go to a lot of places in the world because that shit is everywhere in the airport, in almost every airport. I don't know how many people. I guess it must be some kind of like language that links people together because of Islam or whatever, and they learn a lot of that in they Quran. But yeah, if you learn Arab, man, that shit is all over the world.
Yeah,
But English is all over the world too.
anytime it's a language all over the world, it's bastardized, and then it's probably 90. I mean, like 65 to 75% bastardized Native American, based upon spreading us into Northern Africa and the Caribbean and needing us to be orators, based upon creating that interpretation quality, so we can understand what each other's saying, and it ain't just no get down, lay down, or sign language all the time. So needing interpreters came from settlers, and that's how we even got English and Spanish and shit like that. These is how these languages created, or everybody would just be indigenous. The whole concept of English and stuff is stuff. These are bastardized Englishes. I mean, bastardized